Yo, what's that word? How everybody doing this morning? Welcome to the morning hit with your boy Squish Arcana. Once again, we're in here bringing y'all all the everything from last to politics to current events to anime to gaming to probably your best friend's baby mama. Um, we bring everything on the morning hit, man. We keep it live and direct, no bullshit, no cuts. Um, and the only thing we gas up is what we put in our lungs. So, grab whatever you need. I got a couple pre-rolls, you know what I'm saying, like ish from the night before. So I'm not gonna probably do nothing different today, but just spark it, light it, and inhale it. You feel what I'm saying? This is glitter bomb and gelanata, something like that. Not bad. Not bad at all. And I put a glob stopper in that motherfucker. And so we in this bitch today. This morning I have a few articles to go through. As we all know, I pull up my cheat sheet for y'all. My monitor wouldn't work this morning. Which was weird. I had to restart my computer and shit. But nonetheless, we got it going. The monitor popped on, and we back in this thing. First, we're going to start with. Let's see. There we go. I knew it wasn't gonna let me down. Bless me. All right. First up is going to be the anime spotlight, which we all know that I love and I love to do. This is for the standalone series that kind of surpassed goals and ambitions and maybe even just what you thought about the anime in general. And these are going to be the top 10. This is from Fiction Horizon, and we're going to start with these. First up is going to be Anime Time. Not your usual 100-episode grind. Today we're talking standalone series. These are shows that hit you hard, tell a full story, and vanish before you've had time to overthink your life choices. The fact that Cannon Busters did not make it, or Kipo, is crazy. I always say that till I'm blue in the face. Y'all are crazy for not including those two. But coming in at number 10, do it again. It's going to be Cowboy Bebop. So y'all can see. Give y'all the visual. 10 is Cowboy Bebop. I think we all know about Cowboy Bebop. Didn't know it only ran for a year. That's crazy work to me. But damn, that was a great ass show, in my opinion. Like, Cowboy Bebop was cool. I got into it late though. I'm not gonna lie. I realized I like space westerns. You know what I'm saying? It follows Bounty Hunter Spike and his ragtag crew aboard the Bebop. I like the jazzy vibe which it has, and it's a timeless classic. It's a mix of action, humor, and bittersweet character stories hooks you fast. With a killer soundtrack and stylish animation, Cowboy Bebop feels effortlessly cool. Definitely does. Next up, we got Samurai Champloo. I would love to say that I jumped on this bandwagon by myself, but shout out to the homie Kyle. He put me on this one. He's like, bro, you're going to love it. And I fucking did. It was like samurai hip hop. I fucked with it. Took place in Edo era Japan, very bold style. The fluid fight scenes and anachronistic music create a vibe like no other. Each episode weaves humor, heart, and culture into a vibrant journey. Definitely fucking true. Okay, I don't know shit about this. Paranoia Agent. That's 2004. A mysterious attack, a little slugger terrorizes the city in this psychological thriller. I gotta check that one out. Paranoia Agent. Okay, that sounds pretty decent. I love this. Gurren Lagann. This was my first jump into trying to get into anything other than Gundam. Um, I'm not really a fan of Gundam Wing. I guess that's my hot take for today. I never was interested in that shit. But this one right here, I fucking loved. It, like I said, it gave me a fairy tale feel, but just with mecha vibes, if that makes sense. And speaking of what's next, is going to be number 6, Madoka Magica 2011. Okay, I missed this one too. This dark twist on the magical girl genre follows Madoka Kanami as she faces a grim deal. Its deceptive cuteness hides a gut punching story. Ooh, seems like that'd be cool. Make them look all cute, but really going through some real shit. Oh, Psychopaths, dude. Yes, me and the wife watched this one together. Oh shit, not all shit in a bad way. Just yeah, we do a lot of shit together. Now that I've come to realize that. And a dystopian future, Akane Tsutsumori enforces justice in a world ruled by a mind scanning system. Its cyberpunk setting and more questions grip you. I love Psychopaths. Psychopaths shit. Did not know it ran for 7 years. But yes, that was a Lord. If you haven't seen Psychopaths, go check that out. It's on Hulu. Kill la Kill. I've heard of it, never watched it. I didn't like the texture of it personally. Ryuko Matori wields a scissor blade in a wild fashion-fueled battle against a tyrannical school. The third energy and sharp humor makes it a blast. Okay. Well, we checked that one out one time on stream or some shit. Whoa. Ergo Proxy. Okay. Rhea Mayer investigates a virus in a post-apocalyptic world, uncovering dark truths. This sci-fi mystery blends philosophy with gritty world building. Okay, another one I need to check out. Kind of give me Aeon Flux vibes. But another one that the homie Kyle put me on. Number 2 is going to be Neon Genesis Evangelion, 1995 to 1996. That shit is a fucking classic, hands down. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I don't give a damn what you say to me about it. Forever, hands down, going to be a classic. And it's so much depth to that shit. The psychological depth. Like, bro, and it's hit so many different points and like theories and like thoughts and just, bro, watch it. Watch the movies too. Don't just watch this shit. Watch the fucking movies, man. And what is this? Last but not least, Serial Experiments Lane, 1998. Lane Awakura dives into a surreal digital world, blurring reality and the internet. This mind-bending series is a haunting look at connection and identity. Its abstract visuals and cryptic story challenge you to think. Decades later, Serial Experiments Lane feels eerily prophetic and utterly unique. Well, I got a few of these I need to check out. I like this article. I fuck with that. That's not bad. That wasn't bad at all. I probably won't do that again. I won't run through the whole top 10, but I'll probably pick 3 out of there next time. But yeah, it was a few of those I watched and I fuck with that I can, I can vouch for. All right, we're going to switch up gears. We're going into the gaming drama, which is GameStop versus Microsoft and the Switch 2. You know what I'm saying? This would be, as the article says, GameStop takes a swipe at Microsoft after Game Pass blunder. Now we're going to switch these gears to gaming. GameStop took a swipe at Microsoft at the Game Pass blunder. Basically, corporate tension is at an all-time high. If your gaming library had feelings, it'd be sweating. Meanwhile, the Nintendo 2 is on the horizon. Rumor has it the console might merge handheld and home gaming. Final fucking leap. Imagine Zelda in your backpack and on your big screen. Chat, are we ready to carry out our entire childhood in one device? That's really what the fuck we've all been wanting all these years. Just get your childhood all in one device. Not having to buy this console for this game, not to buy this console for that game, but to have them all right there, conveniently, in one place. You feel me? Without all the fucking bugs and shit. Just throwing that out there. Man, I think we could be ready for this shit, man. I don't know. what exactly happened with the whole Microsoft and GameStop situation. But from per article, we're gonna say that this week Microsoft made a mistake that has the gaming community fuming. This week, Microsoft revealed that it's raising the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate price by 50% in the US from $19.99 a month to $29.99 a month. Game Pass was revolutionary when it debuted in 2017. It allowed gamers to access hundreds of downloadable games for just $20 a month. Game Pass has been a runaway hit, with Microsoft reporting a 10% increase in gaming revenue in the fiscal fourth quarter, and Game Pass annual revenue of nearly $5 billion for fiscal 2025. Oh, so how'd you fuck that up, Microsoft? How'd you fuck that up, buddy? You know what? I think everything is gonna start streaming shit and doing shit at some point in time. Next thing you know, your toast is gonna be streaming anime while your Switch 2 beats your high score. Like it plays it for you. Like, bro, shit's getting weird out here, man. Well, if you want to, if you would like to, we're gonna skip into some real world chaos. You know, something that we can never really get past in this world. We're gonna talk about the feds, like really are doing too much, and we're just gonna start with this article here. CBS News. As you can see, it says, the Fed shot a woman in Chicago suburb after a car incident. Tragic, shocking, and definitely a headline that makes you pause your anime binge. Um, it it's not right at all. But federal agents shot a woman in the Brighton Park neighborhood of Chicago's Southwest Side Saturday morning after they became boxed in by vehicles, according to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. The woman, as well as a man whom authorities say was involved in the chaos, were facing charges Sunday morning. DHS originally said the shooting happened while agents were patrolling in Broadview, where the department has a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility that has been the site of ongoing protests and clashes between agents and demonstrators. But officials later confirmed the incident happened near 4th Street and Kedzie Avenue in Chicago. DHS said the agents were unable to remove their vehicles and got out of the car, according to DHS officials. One of the drivers of the car boxing them in had a gun, which the agency said was a semi-automatic weapon. DHS said the agents opened fire, striking the driver, who they said was a woman. So what the fuck was the point? Like, I don't think there was no proof of that. Like, you pop the lady, you don't pop the dude. What the fuck? Prosecutor said she drove off with paramedics found her in her car at a repair shop about a mile away, at which point she was taken to the hospital. A spokesperson for Sinai Health System said the woman was later released from the hospital. But that's still fucked up. Mary Mar Martinez, 40 of Chicago, was charged with forcibly assaulting, impeding, and interfering with a federal law enforcement officer. What the fuck? She was named in a CBP intelligence bulletin last week for doxing agents and posting threats against ICE online. So y'all circle down with this woman and popped her on the shoulder because she don't like what the fuck y'all do. Yeah, that's cockamamie ass shit right there. And if that wasn't already bad, transition into politics real quick. Over in Oregon, a judge temporarily blocked Trump administration troops from being deployed in Portland. Legal drama and protest collide. Reminder that reality is sometimes more chaotic than your favorite action anime. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Keep it respectful, please. And we can try to unpack this shit together. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on in this world, man. And it ain't just the game shit, but it's like this lady just got popped for disagreeing with the government damn bit. Like, y'all boxed her in like she was a real criminal, and all she did was say she didn't like the way ICE was running shit. So if you speak out now, or is that what you have to look forward to, the feds boxing you in and shit? Like, let me know. I thought this was interesting due to basically to see if this is true. I don't know how true this may be, but it's AI proof jobs, and is that actually what's going on? Now for a little career survival guide, experts are spilling the tea. Some jobs are AI proof. Creative work, hands-on jobs, or roles that require emotional intelligence. Basically, if your work involves feelings, humans still win. So let's get into this little article here, video type shit, real quick. And let's see what they say.
Experts say these 15 roles. AI is getting smarter every day, and millions are starting to worry it could take their jobs. But guess what? Experts say these 15 roles are safe, for now. According to a Pew study, over half of U.S. workers are anxious about AI. Jobs like data entry, telemarketing, and proofreading are first in line to be replaced. Roles that rely on deep expertise, creativity, or human connection are likely to survive. Think registered nurses, paramedics, choreographers, mental health counselors, and teachers. You can't automate care, emotion, or inspiration. Civil engineers, project managers, and surgeons? Still too complex for AI to fully take over. Even musicians and journalists make the cut. Because storytelling and soul, that's still uniquely human. And AI-focused roles like software developers, data scientists, and cybersecurity engineers? They're not going anywhere. Even Bill Gates agrees. Coders, biologists, and energy experts are still essential. AI might be powerful, but it can't replace the heart and creativity behind truly human work.
Okay. With that being said, do we feel like there's some kind of I don't know. Like, is this going to become a competition type shit? Like, or is this going to be our robot? Is this going to be humans versus robots type shit? Like, I don't. I mean, Chat GPT, all that shit. Like, what does that ultimately mean for us? What, like, just those jobs and genres or niches or covered. But what about everybody else though? You know, like, is it better to have a robot than a human interaction? Are we wanting that human interaction anymore, or we just want to drop and go type shit? So just let me know. All the well, same thing as sound. So yeah, never mind. I thought I had a thought. What's your dream AI proof job? Drop it in the chat, and I'll pick the favorites. We're gonna do some hot takes and controversies. All right, chat. Time for controversy. Kansas professor got put on leave after calling white men dangerous animals following Charlie Kirk's murder. Campus uproar. Check. Heated debates. Double check. Now, I don't know. Like, this is in Georgetown, I want to say. Wow, look at this shit. Let's see what they say. Oh, wait, I can't do that yet. My bad. I gotta add it. Stop showing me that message because it is kind of long. Let's get you doing.
Another left-wing group doubling down on hate in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Posters advertising Georgetown University's John Brown Gun Club have appeared on campus, and they read, quote, "Hey, fascist, catch." That's a reference to the message that was written on the shell casing used by the man accused of murdering Charlie Kirk. The poster told people to join the, quote, only political group that celebrates when Nazis die. Unbelievable. Students were horrified, with some saying they feared for their safety.
So obviously I read this immediately as a threat, not only for me, but for everyone on this campus, every conservative, everyone who just does not subscribe to the prevailing leftist orthodoxy. This is a direct threat against them. It means that there are students at this campus who would want to see conservatives dead rather than engaging with their ideas, rather than facilitating a political discourse.
And Education Secretary Linda McMahon was outraged, saying that allowing violent rhetoric to fester on our nation's campuses without consequences is dangerous. It must be condemned. Georgetown releasing a statement this morning which reads, Georgetown University has no tolerance for calls for violence or threats to the university. The flyers have been removed, and the university is investigating this incident and working to ensure the safety of our community. Paul, I want to start with the breaking news. This seems to leave no doubt that this individual had an anti-ICE motive. And it seems like he could have been a copycat if he was looking at videos of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, so that's what happens when you do this stuff and you normalize it, right? And the NYPD did 15 years of counterterrorism. And when something happens, even anywhere around the world, you're always worried about a copycat locally. So that's why when something happens, you hear NYPD is putting cars in front of mosques, NYPD is putting cars in front of synagogues, because you're worried about this kind of follow-on effect. So all I would say is a couple of things real quick relative to the ICE thing here specifically. Number one, ICE is now in a position where you're going to have to do counter surveillance. And this guy made it very clear. I want them now.
Want to know our best?
All right. My bad. Forgot I was muted. That's what you get for smoking tweeds early in the morning. Medicinal only though. Today we did anime, talked about Switch 2, a little gaming drama, plus Microsoft. Real world chaos, Fed shooting a woman in Chicago, AI proof jobs that still need a human touch, and campus controversy. And that was a lot for one fucking stream. If you like today, hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell, or your Switch 2 might just get jealous. Next week we're diving into probably some obscure indie games, anime you probably missed, and a special AI music segment that will definitely make you want to chime in. So don't miss it. That's it for the morning hit. I am Squish Arcana. Till next time, peace and hair grease. I love you, woman. Bye.